half my body was in hockey gear, half was in construction gear, and it looked like I was taking a shot, but it was with my shovel.
There's going to be a small group of hungry savages out there that are going to run every one of you over.
Not all heroes wear capes, right? All right, we're exploring some more advertising opportunities. We're here at Prospera Place in Kelowna, BC. This is where I have a billboard up. We just came up with our 1-year renewal. So we're going to see Terry, who's in charge of all the advertising inside. He's going to show us some more advertising opportunities, see what we can do. Short story, I got invited to spring camp for the Kelowna Rockets, which is the local WHL team here, and didn't make the team, so this is kind of my way of making it in the arena. Not to pump my tires, but I was the fastest in Canada, and I challenge the captain of the Kelowna Rockets. Meet me on the ice, 10, buddy. You thought it was Gilmore's jacket? It's my jacket, bud. Let's go. Toe to toe. Okay, let's go. Let's go check it out. These poles are super cool. This is what me and Terry were talking about a while ago. Just getting these wrapped with maybe some advertisement on there with the logos, so that'd be sweet.
These are called vomitories.
Okay.
So this is the main one going in. There's one other main one just down there. If you're interested, it's pricey, right? 10 grand.
Stand by, Josh, I want to check.
This is neat though. With
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Like, you picture what you could do with your equipment in here?
Have the whole team featured on the wall. It'd be pretty neat.
What are you thinking? You want to add a little bit?
I think keep that forever.
That's a good one. Good spot. It is a really
You
good
and I
spot.
nailed it with all the higher end clients on this side, so
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah, exactly.
What were some of the other creative ones you're
Well, there's like this one. I wanted to show you this.
So they got the floor too, hey?
Yeah, come down here. I'll show you the other one. You see the outline size?
That's so massive.
Everybody's going to be
Right.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those pillars.
All right, did a nice tour with Terry there. So we checked out some pillar advertisement, some wall advertisement, and some floor advertisement, which was some cool sections within the arena. And we're gonna keep our current sign that's up there. It's in a really great spot where all the higher clientele are. We'll think of some super creative ideas for possibly doing some more advertisement next year. So it's a good tour. This is Trevor from Northern Constructors, really good friend of mine. I met him a while back in the area. It's cool to meet up with other contractors and see what they got going on. He does a lot of bigger sites than I do. We do a lot of smaller residential, and then he does a lot of larger civil stuff in town. Take a look at his page and we'll attach it down below.
Basically, we're hauling a pipe up that slope there. We're going to take that whole slope down, and then we're going to run the pipe straight up to Montenegro there. And it'll tie into the existing storm.
Nice. And what do you got for hammers here?
We got the Shear Force SM30 here,
Yeah.
and then we got the Shear Force SM18 right there. This
Nice.
guy here is for the 325.
Nice.
So
And this is a nice unit. What year is this one?
this is a 2023.
Unreal.
Yeah,
And how do you like it?
it's a beautiful machine. It
Yeah.
The fuel's the best on it compared to the F.
Yeah.
Like it basically sips the fuel compared to the F version.
Yeah.
But this is the only way to go though when it comes to equipment.
Yeah. And you'll keep this one forever?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Cat finance is kind of the only way to go.
Yeah.
Well, as you know.
For sure, yeah.
So
All I run is CAD. I like them. So
yeah,
they've always been
super
to me.
good service, everything, right?
Yeah.
So super attentive and everything, right?
Totally.
So and they're compassionate with your problems because we got lots of them.
For sure, exactly. Every contractor has to deal with that.
Yeah.
How long do you think this will take?
This will probably take here. I'd say this part here will take about a month to get through. So
Nice.
and it's all HDP storm, 16-inch pipe, So yeah, we're basically gonna fuse it at the top and then drag it in.
Awesome.
It's gonna need like lots of trench dams, if you know what those are. So
No, what's that?
it's like a dam that prevents erosion from coming down as you're backfilling or
Okay.
after it's been backfilled.
Yeah,
So
nice.
yeah,
Cool.
but it's a pretty big job. It's for Kirshner Mountain Developments. He's one of the major clients out here for us. So
Cool.
yeah,
And then what else will you bring in for equipment?
there'll probably be a 335 here next.
335.
Yeah, just to drag the pipe and then kind of chew through that rock a little bit better too.
Sweet, yeah.
So
Yeah, some of this looks pretty shaly, but who knows
Yeah.
what you'll come into, hey?
once you get the rotten stuff off, it turns into a different animal, right?
When there's not as much oxygen on it, so
That's
it's
right.
hard enough.
And that's all like the frosting that cracked it over millions of years, right? So
Right.
once you get this like layer off, it turns into God's forehead.
Hard as rock, eh? There's a kind of a niche for everyone here, which is super unique, especially being in the valley. You
Yeah.
got super steep stuff with retaining walls, or you got tons of pool digs. I think we're one of the largest pool building areas in Canada, so that's super neat. Yeah, I think the Okanagan just needs to be showcased more, so this is cool to be able to put stuff together.
Well, that's like I said when I moved here in 2017, that shotcrete was coming to Kelowna.
Oh, yeah?
And nobody believed me. I said, yeah, it was. I guarantee you there'll be high rises downtown,
Right.
and there'll be shotcrete here. No, there won't be shotcrete here. That's a Vancouver thing.
Yeah.
Sure enough, there's like 6, 8, 10-story parkades underground now with shotcrete and anchors.
Yeah,
right.
followed you there. Yeah.
So they just Kelowna's exploded. Like I'm originally from North Van, and I think it's about the same size in Kelowna now as it was in North Van when I left.
Oh, no way.
So
So it's falling
yeah,
suit.
it's just growing, right? Because everyone's either going to the Okanagan or they're going to Vancouver Island.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're selling their houses for, 50% more than what they're doing anywhere else, and they're just going to get their value out of the interior, or they're going to get it out of the island, right?
Right.
And they're going to live a happier life.
For sure.
So,
Yeah.
but
Where do you see Kelowna going long term?
I think it's going to be exactly like Vancouver.
Yeah.
And I think we got about 10-15 years left of it before it is exactly like Vancouver. I used to think that it was equipment that would cause me trouble with payments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's actually the least of the worries. The biggest worry is not outlining what you're going to do for that customer and then not being paid accordingly for it.
Right.
So like I've learned that like if you find, for example, rock in the ground, you can't just hammer it and submit a bill.
Right.
You have to talk about it. They might have another contractor that has a hammer and they'll break it for a flat price or whatever, right? So I've learned a lot more that you have to be more thorough with the beginning, middle, and end of a job.
Yeah.
And sometimes during too, every single day, just depending who the client is.
Right.
And then once you develop that relationship, then you can kind of work at your own pace, right? Like I have contractors now and clients that I work together forever, and it's just like, hey, just go.
I've spent too much time and energy on this. It's time to pivot. This is more important right now.
Yeah.
And knowing when to do that, I think was the biggest hurdle.
That's when I started just having way more investment in the company, way more detailed in my pre-job, my invoicing. Everything is super detailed now, super communicative with everybody,
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
And now I just don't let anything slide anymore.
Nice. I have a saying too. It's like you're only as good as your last job.
That's
so
right. Yeah.
You got to really put in a good impression, and if you don't know something, don't be afraid to speak up and ask.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
like Trevor knows a lot more than I do, so I love coming to talk with him, and I get to learn. So that's a good thing about meeting other people.
Me too. I get to learn from you too.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember, everyone, not everyone's your customer.
That's awesome.
Okay, man.
Right
That's
on.
awesome.